How you guys doing? Welcome back to Ryan Free Motor Cars. We're down today in the shop where you saw last week Louie hit the positive and negative on the cables. Today we want to go over some of the shop cars that we're going through. Just to give you a little background, when we get a car in as a new inventory car, it first goes through the shop. We call it like an assembly line process where we assess everything that the car needs, and usually whatever's needed by time or miles we address and go through to make the cars as good as can be. As you see, we only really focus on Porsches, but that's not true because we love some different cars like Mercedes, BMW, Ferrari, any other cool JDM cars and stuff like that. But our wealth of knowledge and experience comes from the background of Porsches. And right now, I'll introduce you to Lenny, who's our head technician over here.
Hey, how you doing?
What are you doing over here on this car?
Just an oil change, is a basic go over, air filter, brake flush, just basic stuff. Looks like most of it was done already.
Which is good.
Yes.
We usually focus on like really low mileage cars. This car has 67,000 miles. It was a trade-in, but an example that was well taken care of. You know, this car, being that it has higher miles, which may not be higher miles to everybody, but being that it has higher miles to us, we were going to look through it a little bit more carefully. And it seems like the previous owner, which took care of it really well, which seems to be the case. Customers that we deal with, even with cars that have higher miles, you know, the customers really take care of their cars. They're really enthusiasts, so to speak. They don't let the cars sit and deteriorate, which is a nice thing. So we have a car like this. Then Lenny, what else are we working on this car? This is the...
This one here is a 92 911. We replaced the fuel pressure regulator underneath the manifold in the back. It was leaking fuel. Turned out that that's all it was. Now the car runs fine. We're just doing regular maintenance now.
So there's a lot of things that are like common things that we look for in these cars, and then there's some, you know, things that are not so common. But like one common thing is it always happens on these cars. This air duct right here that always deteriorates. Yeah. Why do you think that happens?
It's just the rubber material. After 20 years, it just deteriorates. And if you push down on it, you touch it, it just cracks.
It cracks and whatnot.
So pretty common, yeah.
How much is a part like this?
About $60.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just for $60, and it makes such a difference, even in the performance also of the car, right?
Well, it's air that's traveling.
No, air escapes and whatnot.
Yeah. It needs to cool down. It needs the that duct to be in.
Other common little things are like the engine pads in here, which get lower and whatnot, and they deteriorate as well. But these are little things that we change. But for the most part, mechanically, this car is pretty good.
This car is very, very clean, yes. Doesn't have any oil leaks. Looks like most of that work was done. I'm just going through the basics. Valve adjustment, we don't know when that was done. So valve adjustment, valve covers, and belts. Just doing a major service on it. Spark plugs and...
Air-cooled cars always beat up Lenny a little bit, right? They're just a little bit more... work.
They're pretty good overall.
Lenny's not one that complains at all about anything. No matter what the problem is, I said, Lenny, what's the issue? He goes, it's not that big of a deal. We just got to pull the motor, pull the transmission, take the suspension off.
Well, yeah, just basically.
He makes everything like it's not a big deal. But Lenny's the best. How long have you been doing this for?
40 years. Yeah, I'm a gold master technician for
Porsches. Louie's up to your...
Yeah, Louie's my helper. He's doing good.
If you're a gold, what level would Louie be?
I'd have to give him a silver.
Silver?
Well...
Wow.
All right.
Bronze?
Maybe bronze. Bronze is the beginning. We'll go with bronze.
He's being very nice. Remember when he did the calipers on that turbo? What did he do to that?
No, he was trying to bleed the brakes, and I think that the brake fitting somehow got stripped. I've never seen that.
Miraculously, with Louie touching it, it got stripped. But that's E for effort over there. He did try. He did get it done. It only cost us $1,000. And the best part, do you remember what happened? The best part about it was after we got the whole new, we got the whole new caliper system. Do you know what he said? Do you remember? He goes, I'm going to keep this old red caliper put it on my wall for art. I said, that's freaking great, Louie. You break something, spend $1,000, and now you want to put it on there.
He said it's a nice red caliper. He said it looks good on the wall.
So other than after doing, your lookovers and whatnot, you have to go for test drives on certain cars like these. This one right here, for example, this white turbo we just got in, is a 2007 turbo with 1,100 miles. That's right, 1,100 miles. That car needs to be driven, get it up to temperature, really see what's going on with it. Louie, you want to drive the white turbo with 1,100 miles? Do you want to drive it or no?
Whatever you want. It's just the miles are so low that
But we got to test drive it.
I understand.
What are you scared that will happen?
I mean, they're gonna have 1,103 miles instead of 1,101. That's.
But don't you want to be the one that just
Sure.
puts more miles on it?
Sure.
That's
sure.
your job.
All right, let's do it.
Louie, aren't you crowned? What are you crowned? What is your main role to do with the cars?
Quality control drive.
Quality control. I said let's take this for a ride, and like I see Louie now like heading the whole car. There's a little layer of dust on it, which when you have 100-something cars in inventory, you can't keep every car clean, although we do try our best to do so.
And also, don't mean to cut you off, but I'll let YouTube know that I believe in a clean car, it's a better driving car. So,
yeah, the car when it's clean drives better. You heard it first from Louie. Show why you were so obsessed, why you yelled at me and screamed to buy this car. And then when we missed one on Bring a Trailer, you stormed out of the office with your tail between your legs, all upset. Why were you so upset?
all right, there's 500 of these for the world. Black and silver were the most popular colors. White and red were the rarest.
I think for the US there was what, like 200 or something?
I think so, but the quote that I keep on hearing is 1 of 39.
With white. There was 34,
white,
I heard. 34 whites produced, which makes it very rare. And when we saw this one on Bring, it wasn't this one on Bring a Trailer, but the other one with 11,000 miles.
It was a good tease. It was a very good tease.
But why did you want it so bad?
Just look at it. Everything about it. It was an F1 pace car. That's how it started. Then now it screams a DTM car, and the entry point for it to get a black series at this price range it's a lot of bang for the buck. This car and everything on it is like the real deal.
Did
like
the wide fenders turn
wide fenders, which are made of carbon. You know, you got like the full interior, no rear seats, sound. You know, the engine. It's a NA black series that is, you know, very rare in itself, and the car is amazing to drive. You can talk all about it, but
do you want us to sell this car?
You know, it's like how we go with every car. It's like,
do you want to sell it?
Dude,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yes or no?
No.
He said no.
No.
This car is completely all original, only 16,000 miles. Why don't you start it up? Give it a quick start up, and then we'll go for a ride in. We'll go for lunch. We'll go have a cheeseburger.
Sure.
One thing that's very important when you have a relationship with Louie or anyone, your wife or somebody, keep them fed. Louie's got to get kept fed. Just start it up. Let's see what this thing sounds like. Monster. He gets more turns in this than his wife, I swear. Give it a little rev ski. Let's go for a ride in this and you'll see exactly why we love it so much.
I mean, which way do you guys want me to drive? Do you want me to drive?
Go to Sid's. Go to Sid's.
Do you want me to drive normal? Do you want me to drive spirited?
Louie, Jesus Christ. We want you to not kill us, but show us the experience of CLK 63 Black Series that you've forever been dreaming about having. Oh God, watch this guy. Chris, we're okay, there's handicapped people here. Like, what are you doing? Slow down.
15.
Look at this lady. She's like, look at you, this jerk. Speeding in a parking lot.
Do you want me to have traction on or traction off?
Leave the traction on. I don't want to die. I can understand why you got a little upset, but
That's right.
come on, make the U-turn. Where are you going?
Make a U-turn.
That's not a U-turn. That was just a turn. It's a police station right in Louie. It's a police station. This kid is so uncontrollable. Just don't make me buy a new set of tires right now, please.
It's a little squirrely, man.
It is a little squirrely. When I first met Louie, we were in the Hamptons, and he was trailing behind me in one of our cars, and we were going to a car show. And I look in my rearview mirror, and I'm going the speed limit of like 30 or 40 through like the towns of the Hamptons, because you don't want to upset these people or kill anybody. And then all of a sudden, I notice like Louie's hanging back, like he's trying, and then he's flooring it. Every time I see him, he's creating space and flooring it. And I'm like, what is this idiot doing? He's in a 1987 Carrera convertible. It's not like you acted like you were in like a drag car.
That was the first time. Like, well, that was in the beginning. That was in the beginning.
And then 10 minutes later, what happens?
Well, I got pulled over.
You got pulled over.
Yeah. And then you got so upset you disappeared, and then Jeff bailed me out of the whole situation.
He said, "Come on, leave Louie alone. He's
like, where are we gonna lock him up? When are we gonna lock him up?" You know me, I gotta break the rules.
Okay, no breaking rules. See, there's a police officer. This would have been where you would have been pulled over.
Hello, sir. If that cop wasn't there, you guys are so lucky that cop is there.
Louie, Jesus Christ. There's a cop right there, Louie. No regard for the police. No regard for the police. See, if I gave you this car for a week,
the tires would be done.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
I would tell you ahead of
Sis is to
time.
the left, Louie.
I would tell you ahead of time.
You gotta get in the left lane.
There's gonna be a budget here for tires.
So why would I let you take the car for a week if you're gonna destroy the tires?
I mean, I wouldn't. I guess that's.
Would you pay for the tires, or you expect me to pay for the tires?
No, I would pay. I would definitely chip in for tires.
You,
for sure.
Oh, you chip in? That's so
yeah,
nice of you.
Chip in, yeah. I
So
would chip
kind.
in.
What would you chip in
I
for
would chip in.
$1,500 tires?
I'd chip
how
in
much?
a few bucks.
What percentage?
I mean, it depends on how much you get. You know, how much you light them up. Do 40% lighting them up. 40%.
What does it mean? The tires need to be changed if you destroy them. What
So
percentage?
40%. All right, say I kill the life of the tires 40%. I deserve to spend 40% of that $1,500 bill.
But I can't buy 40% of tires. I have to buy 100%.
So,
the tires are fine that are on the car.
Yeah, well,
I would not need to replace them if you didn't smoke them out.
I wouldn't. There would just be car would be Jimmy.
So you're saying you would pay 40%?
Yeah. 50% on a fair day. Yeah, this thing makes you want to just do bad things.
You driving makes me feel like my heart works or not. Like, Jesus.
Gotta go quick now.
Louie! Ah! Okay. This is why I don't lend any of my cars to Louie for the weekend to drive. He drives me to get lunch, and then he's gonna have to drive me again after I get lunch because I'm gonna throw up when I get back to the showroom.
Yep. The pool back there? Did you feel the burnout?
Yeah.
Let's do a little bit of the ASMR of the Black Series. Right? Is that how we do it? Fuel cap, carbon fenders. So the person's name who made this one is Flor of Deja. So thank you, sir, for making a masterpiece. And that's the Black Series.